Aw, my reels hit puberty. Gonna have to have that talk. The birds and the bass. Ooh, shiny. What's my serial number? 738. How's that for limited? It's... I'm excited. I'm excited. I wasn't a big fan of the CT700, and this looks to be based on my reels from a couple years ago. And I'm excited about that because I really, really, really like this platform. And at the same time, I can't let Daiwa slide. They love to rehash stuff and just continually capitalize. Can you hear my tone souring a little bit? Gentlemen, ladies, anyone in between, I welcome you all. And today, my friends, we are going to have ourselves a grand old time getting up close and personal with a very new reel that, as somebody who's a fan of the Daiwa Steez lineup, I'm pretty excited about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack the box. Now, generally speaking, and this isn't me pitching a company here on you, whenever I order something from Japan, I seem to have the best experience overall with Japan Lure Shop. I know other companies exist, plat.co.jp and all the other companies, Japan Tackle. I'm a repeat customer of Japan Lure Shop, and it's not because they usually, well, they haven't failed yet, supply you with a free Megabass jerkbait with every reel purchase, which is kind of cool. I don't even use Megabass jerkbaits. I honestly don't. I can't remember the last time I fished a Megabass jerkbait. In my waters and how I fish, they're just... It's not my cup of tea. Plus, I don't like triple hook baits. I'll never use, if I can avoid, 3 trebles on a bait. So this, my friends, is the Steez Limited SV TWS 1000H. I broke my streak of 6.3 to 1 reels. I went with the 7. And we're going to go over the side of the box. And just to give you guys an idea, I'm not somebody who spends hours searching the internet when a reel comes out. Oh, what's it all about? What's it all about? I knew this reel was coming. It looked cool, and I ordered it. I don't know if this is based on the CT platform with the 70 and 700, or if this is based on this platform. So I'm hoping it's based on this. I could be completely wrong. The only thing I saw was it was kind of flat through here. That makes me kind of think it is, but I have no idea. Metal armed housing. Is this thing gonna shoot me if I try to take it apart? Hyper tough clutch. Hyperdrive Digigear. Oh Jesus. TWS SV concept. SV boost. Now, let me ask you guys as I'm cracking this open. I see on some of the forums that people think the SV spooled reels, and I see them talk about the 1016 found in the Zillion and the Steez SV TWS, that they're overbraked. I'm curious what you guys mean by that. I really am. I think I've asked it in the past, and I've always been curious because I can turn the brake down to 4, and you got to be all hands on deck with your thumbs to keep it from overrunning when you're trying to go for max distance. Whereas with 5, it kind of teeters on, you know, is it going to blow up on you, or is it just going to go long range? It has a lot to do with the conditions and the lure you're throwing and the diameter line. Again, I don't fish these with anything more than 40-pound braid. So if you're going with heavy, thick 60-pound or 50-pound, that kind of stuff, whereas with the thicker diameter line, as line pays out, the feed rate slows because it's a thicker line and it gets to a smaller diameter arbor quicker. So maybe that's why maybe you guys are still sitting at that 6 or 7 setting. But I can definitely tell you it is overbraked at the 7 setting. If you're fishing at 7, you're sacrificing distance for control. So I'm curious to see what this SV booster is all about. And there's one thing that's very interesting about the SV spools and pretty much any of the non-fixed inductor Daiwa reels is, generally speaking, when this rotor goes out, it stays out until you stop the spool. So there's something about that which I think they're paying closer attention in this design of the reel. And yeah, I'll stop rambling. So we got SLP Plus. We got coupons that I can't read. Don't steal my coupon codes. I don't even know if they're coupon codes to steal. All right, so we have a schematic. We're not going to spoil any surprises. We're going to have an explanatory little thing that tells you how to open the side plate. Hyperdrive design instruction manual. We don't need instructions on how to drive. Come on now, unless it's a stick. And then we have the little reel feet protector so you don't scratch up the finish at the foot. And, ooh, shiny. What's my serial number? 738. How's that for limited? It's... I'm excited. I'm excited. I wasn't a big fan of the CT700, and this looks to be based on my reels from a couple years ago. And I'm excited about that because I really, really, really like this platform. And at the same time, I can't let Daiwa slide. They love to rehash stuff and just continually capitalize on using the same mold. So from the outside in, I mean, let's see here. SV Boost. We got something new. All right, so does this fit? Yeah, it does. Does it spin? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and return this reel. Say it's defective. Because we're good now. We got SV Spoost and an old Steez. Man. That's hot. All right, enough clowning on that. I am digging what I'm seeing. All right. Okay, so we already know what to expect with the outside of this reel. All right. So you have the old side plate, the handle, looking to be the same handle, same everything, same. Let's at least make it look uniform. I don't even want to put this on camera because it's got this crappy braid on it. We're self-conscious about our braid. I know, it's 2020. Braid shaming isn't a thing, I know. But it is. You know what I mean? You don't know unless you're in that position. This line's not that much better. This is that line. The coolest thing about it is how they spelled it. Yeah, so every single thing about this reel on its outside, other than the colors, is completely identical. All right. Moving along. We know what to expect, so there's no hidden surprises on the outside. Goes up to 20 because people that are buying Steezes don't know how to cast. Just kidding. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm just checking to see the brake resistance. Our paranoia was for naught, since that reel's probably not going to come back in frame for a while. Okay, so they added a spring to the outside of the rotor cup, and they called it boost. Okay. I love that. I love that. And again, something as simple like that. See how it extends out like really easily? And this extends out easily. This definitely gets out there a lot easier than this on its first stage, right? But this is its max. It's not coming out any further. But this here gets to that initial stop, and then to get it to go more. Can centrifugal force really get that out there? Maybe right off the bat. Maybe right off the bat. I mean, it's tough to tell you what I'm experiencing here, but you know, when the spool starts spinning, the inertia gets that rotor cup to extend out because there's a ramp. It's like a wedge, and when it spins, this goes first before this, and it gets that ramp on the spool to go out first, so it slides up, pushing it outward. I'm not doubting that it doesn't function, so we're going to have fun with this thing. I want to see just how much better this thing's cast in terms of boost performance. All right, we'll play a drinking game. How many times is Scooby going to say boost in this video? I'm not going to lie, that felt like I stripped the screw. I swear to God, I was like, no. Okay. So we're a little disappointed. There wasn't like a blow-off valve and a wastegate and a boost controller. I never thought I'd ever buy one of these little truss wrenches. And I still haven't. The company sent it to me, and I like it. I've been kind of against them for $20. I think they sell that thing for like under $5. Definitely worth checking out. Oh, yeah, by the way. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. Can you see it? Underneath this washer, there's actually a heavier gauge coil spring. So there's your USB booster. There's your booster. And yes, we will be putting that in the old one. So you spool Nazis out there that love getting different spools and yada yada yada, you can go ahead and we'll find out if it functions as expected and intended in the old Steez. Now we're very familiar with this reel, and we will be cracking the one that has the crappy braid on it. And I'll tell you what, this is exactly why you buy that piloted flathead screwdriver, because it keeps everything centered. You don't have any risk of scratching the finish on the reel. I should have one. I really should. For a flat ground screwdriver, this Wera definitely does bite spectacularly. But it's when it slides to the side and you're turning it, you have to be very careful. You don't want to scratch the finish of your magnesium framed reel. or any reel for that matter. And as you can see, everything about this reel really, Daiwa? Really? You couldn't put a clicky, ooh, what is this? New grease. You couldn't put a clicky drag in there, could you? You just couldn't. I don't understand Daiwa. I really don't. And that pisses me off. It's one of those things where when you see them rehash an old reel with a new paint job and put a spool in it, but they can't put a clicky drag, which is in the current reels. I think they even put it in the Zillion. Like, what the hell are you thinking at this point? Like, that, fuck, man. Let me grab that screw that I dropped and clear my head. And I know you can buy a kit for a couple bucks on the interwebs. I know. But the way Daiwa does their clicky drag is just so good. And you know what? Let's take a look at the gear design. See if it's actually any different. We're really going to find out if this thing is just a paint job. And a spool. And this reel needs to be serviced anyway, so. $600 is what I paid for this reel. $610 shipped from Japan. Aw, my reels hit puberty. Gonna have to have that talk. The birds and the bass. Uh-oh. So we need to take a close look at this. Now, the one on the bottom's a new one. Right? The gears are going to look a little different because of their gear ratios. I'm really trying to see if there's a true difference between the gearing, or did they just slap a name on something? You can see, look at this tooth here that's lined up, right? Look at the center of the screen. This has a few more teeth. And let's take a look at the clutch, or what makes up the clutch. Can you hear my tone souring a little bit? Wasn't there something about the dual pinion supported, dual bearing supported pinion that somebody was talking about? It's so tight.
You mean shrinkage?
Yes! Significant shrinkage.
Ninja stars. Okay. The deeper we go, it's like there is no difference. Man. So they just pulled a Shimano. I honestly think they did. I think they just slapped a name on something they've been doing for the past, whenever this came out. What Daiwa? What difference did you make here? Is it the same? Oh God! If I go into the parts diagram and see that it's the same part number, that's gonna piss me off. What is it exactly that they did with this reel? The drag stack's the same. The internals are. I don't see a difference. Do you? Am I wrong? Huh. Did they add a bearing somewhere? I mean, I don't really count bearings before I go into a reel, but I'll double check. But I'll tell you what. This might be the last top tier Daiwa purchase I make. You're telling me that you put all that marketing into this thing? Hyperdrive Digigear, metal armed housing, hyper tough clutch, SV boost, SV blah blah blah. Well, this is like 13 fishing, box reading, metal armed housing. What are you talking about? Like old school metal body covers.
We're going streaking!
They have they have a logo for old school. Hyper tough clutch. So this, I guess, my old reel now has a hyper tough clutch. Sweet, I just got an upgrade. I guess the resale on this thing went up. It's vintage now. Hyperdrive Digigear. Oh, we dropped the boost. Damn it. How can it fit before? Oh, there we go. There. Oh my Lord. Why can't anything ever go as planned? A high-end product being high-end everywhere. A limited product being awesome and cool. Now I know Daiwa products, usually when they're limited versions and they come out later on in the life cycle, I get that. I get it. But now you're slapping all sorts of crap on the side of the box, and I'm not seeing it. I mean, damn. I feel like I was just taken for a ride. I really do. I really do. What a disappointment this is. Once again, buy a high-end product, get excited about it, and then, yeah. So, I guess it's on to the zillion. What a waste of $600 this was. Absolutely disappointed in this. I was psyched. I was like, okay, maybe they got like this is my favorite platform. Like, without a doubt, this is my favorite platform. I was hoping that they put a better drivetrain in it with the clicky drag. I was hoping that they had the SV spool boost. Maybe they did something to reinforce the clutch. Maybe they did something else at the drag. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. The second I saw something about the hyper support clutch or whatever the heck they were with the pinion, I'm like, but they had that in the last one, right? If you look at the pinion here, You see that this little post goes up through the pinion, and the pinion just goes right up and through here. Boom. Just like so. When it moves in and out, it stays within that bearing, and it's supported on both ends because there's a bearing in here as well. I don't know if it shows up on camera, it rotates. I don't even have to show you on the Steez that I threw across the room. It lost the spring. I'm just staring at the frame, and the spring for the thumb bar clutch is gone. So, unbelievable. I was planning on this being my, like, daily driver, maybe picking up another one and selling these off and picking up the zillions, and nope, that's the only one to buy. Well, at least I got a new Steez, a new 4-year-old Steez with this. I could have just bought a damn spool. Man, I hate seeing this. This is one of the things I despise the most of the fishing tackle industry, are these redundant products that they're. I understand every company is in business to make money. My interpretation of what a limited product should be is something for the fans. Why is this the price it is for what you get? They put a spool and a paint job on it. Man. I don't, Daiwa, tell me, am I wrong? What else did you do to this thing besides label things? I don't know where else to go with this. God. Man. I got excited over your lube, damn it. I think this is about as disappointed as I've ever been. There's another, the last two weeks, less than 2 weeks, I've been the most disappointed I've ever been in fishing tackle as I have been in my entire life. One comes from that Visser video. It's not the video that disappointed me. That was just embarrassing for Visser. It's what I received in terms of emails from the manufacturer. That disappointed me. Unfortunately, I can't share that because I have to be very careful. He asked that I sign an NDA. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because I'm refusing to sign any NDAs. No way, no how. But I don't know if I share what he told me, does that then open myself up for a lawsuit? So I'm keeping my yapper shut about that. But this, in terms of just a product, very disappointed. And as well, that being said, guys, thank you very much for showing up. I hope you enjoyed this emotional ride. I'm legitimately disappointed. I'm borderline upset. I shouldn't get upset over a fishing reel. But like right now as it stands, everything about this reel with these very inexpensive Roro knobs, which are very nice looking on this reel, I like this better than this. I mean, come on, man. And I'm sure the SV booster spool is going to be great. Yay. All right, we're going to try to achieve redemption here. Did I? Okay, this is the new clutch. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Is there... Please be just... Damn it. I was hoping that there was going to be something different in here. It's the same anti-reverse clutch. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, maybe they're going to put a new clutch. No, it's the same thing. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Did they put a lower grade bearing in the side? I don't know. I mean, I believe these bronze shielded bearings are the high-end Namibias, I believe. You see those in the Saltex, those corrosion-resistant bad boys? This looks just like what you get in the Shimano with the dark, gunmetal colored, outer race and inner race with the stainless shield. I don't know. Just something I noticed. I'm not a bearing expert. I usually don't care about bearings too much as long as they're good quality, and Daiwa and Shimano use very good quality bearings in their reels, especially of the corrosion-resistant variety, or highly corrosion-resistant. It is exactly the same. Everything about it besides maybe an extra tooth on the pinion. Maybe not even. I don't know. I would assume there would be to match everything about. You guys that are still here, you're just reveling in my misery at this point in the video. Man. This is like when you get a really warped blank in the mail and you don't even want to build on it. I don't even want to put this back together because I'm good. I'm straight. Like, I'm good now. Really, for real. Like, I'll just keep this for parts for you. A $600, 2-hour-old limited edition parts reel. Because why not? Right? I bought it in 2020. I don't want anything from 2020 to carry over to 2021 except for when I do my taxes, and this gets qualified as a tax write-off. Take care, guys. I'm done. Happy New Year, all. This is being filmed. I believe it is now the 28th. I ordered this reel on the 24th. Came in real quick. I even specified e-packet delivery on Japan Lure Shop. E-packet usually treats me the best. They emailed me that they were shipping to FedEx. I was like, all right, cool. Boom. Holiday season, even with the postal system being as overburdened as it is, and I'm willing to bet there are more packages shipped in the last quarter of 2020 than there have in the last 20 years. I don't think I'm far off in that number, too. So for this to get from Japone to Central New Jersey in 3.5 days, and I expected it. When I posted on another website, on Stripers Online, I mentioned that it was coming in today. I didn't have any tracking updates. I just had a feeling. Because everything I get stuff 5 times faster than I do from any other tackle company, from Japan Lure Shop, and Platt's. Yeah, I can't remember how quickly Platt delivered their stuff, to be quite honest with you. But Japan Lure Shop, man, every time it's like boom. 2 days, 3 days from Japan usually costs you $11. Can't beat that. But yeah, so have a safe, happy, and healthy New Year. Don't party too hard. If you do, party by yourself, because COVID's a thing, and now there's 12 other different COVID strains now that we have to keep our hunker down for, and whatever that's all about. And my old Steez finally hit puberty. Take care, guys.